of all, remember, you're royalty.
Now I'm finished. It is 3:26. I'm about to change my clothes and then probably take this wig off, and then I am going outside. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I feel super accomplished today. And yeah, oh my goodness. So yeah, the video link is below. I'm just about to ramble. I've been talking for an hour. I don't want to say anything else. That's it. See you later. Bye. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel and then click on that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post another video. Now, we've been taking braids down since the beginning of time, right? But one question that most of us have is like, why is it so hard for us to retain length? And why is it that every time we get to a certain length, our hair begins to break? Well, it is very simple. It's because of our maintenance practices. And most of the time, most of us lose all of the hair that we've grown via our protective styles upon taking those protective styles down. The first reason is because upon taking down styles, you think that you need to pack your hair full of product. But the reality of it is, if you have had a protective style, if your hair is in braids, the last thing you want to do is put a bunch of product in it, because right now you're cleaning it. So it's kind of an oxymoron, right? For you to make your hair dirty just to clean it doesn't really make sense. So you will see that I am detangling my hair with nothing but my fingers, and then I also not detangling, taking the braids out with nothing but my fingers, and then after I take that braid out, then I go ahead and detangle a little bit. Now this oil that I am using is very, very simple. I'll leave it in the description box below. It's not that deep. All I'm doing is using this as a tool, right, to help me detangle my hair. So if I do run into any knots or any tangles, that oil just helps me slide right past it. That is the only purpose for an oil whenever you are detangling the hair, all right, or whenever you're removing braids. And now I'm just putting my hair in a little 2-strand twist just to keep it out of the way, not as a style, just to keep it out of the way. All right, and then after I remove all of these braids, I am then going to add a little bit more of that oil to my hands. I'm talking like 1 pump, all right, and then rubbing it all over my hair and detangling one more time before I shampoo. Your hair should never be dripping oil and dripping products. If your hair is dripping oil and dripping products, then you can see it with the naked eye, my love, you've added way too much product. All right, this video is going to be very self-explanatory. Let's talk in the comments right now.
East Coast always in me, Commonwealth, Lil Jon, getting love from my city. Yeah, I roll call for the DMV. In my own lane, you could still ride with me. Yeah.
Lord knows I made mistakes.
You want in, but it's too late.
I don't need your support just to know I'm important.
And I will never sell myself short, cause I know you'll see me on the come up. Big girl with big dreams and big drip. Talk is cheap, but please dare me to run up. I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Talk a good game, I'm an alphabet.
Feel like an alien.
I be in my own space of mine, making boss moves in my own time, and I
got my own vibes.
Find me all alone, I'm on the road. I had to take a couple hits, a couple stones, but targets I don't ever miss. They wanna know
it's to be me.
Let me give you this game for free. No, you see me on the come up. Big girl with big dreams and big drip. Talk is cheap, but please dare me to run up. I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Talk a good game, I'm an alphabet. Even on my worst days, still an alphabet. Standing next to me, you
Deep conditioner today. I'm just going to shampoo my hair like normal and then blow dry it. And then after I blow dry my hair, I'm going to sit down and figure out what I'm doing. But here is all of the hair from today. If you see smaller little pieces, it just depends on where your hair is and how you styling it to prep it to be ready in the first place. So I'm gonna go deep into that in Girl VIP today, but I was in town and I'm just not, nothing's wrong. Just don't, I'm just like blah blah blah. Be back. And I remember everybody's hair is different. Some people when you shed hair, it's in long pieces. Sometimes you get little short pieces. It just depends. When I'm taking my braids out, the pieces that I'm losing aren't necessarily as long. Or sometimes if I'm wearing my hair down, the pieces that come out, they tend to be a lot shorter. So it just depends on how I'm wearing my hair at that point. But at the end of the day, the parts that are falling out are the weakest parts. And if you can see, none of them are falling out at the root. Alright, so yeah. If it's in a braid, then it's one piece falling at a time. I mean, there's gonna be one strand because it doesn't have the opportunity to break off in pieces, versus if your hair is all like down, then it can break off a little piece at a time, certain strands. So yeah, that's how it goes. So blow dry this. Most likely I'm putting it back in braids. This is the conditioner going on. I will come back with all the conditioner. Rinse out. I want to rinse this out with cold water. So before, I wanted to get my hair pretty straight to see the curl pattern, so I use 1 pump per section, but this time I'm not gonna do that. This time I'm gonna take 2 pumps of the Olaplex 9, right? Just 2 pumps for my entire head. So that much for my entire head. That's it. Rubbing it across and just working it in. Even though I have hyperactive hair where my cuticle is open, it sucks in everything. I also have a pretty high sebum level too. So my hair gets super oily super fast. And have the least amount of product as possible. So I'd say 2 pumps, but do 1.
Trust that exactly where you are is where